Hey everyone, jennabugger here, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, I'm so glad you stopped by, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Today I have a, oh goodness, what did I even call this? A Mount Komorebi multi-generational home speed build. So obviously this is a house built for multiple generations. I imagine there's going to be the grandmother and grandfather, the mom and dad, a girl child, and then a boy toddler. Um, this is going to be the house that I play my upcoming Snowy Escape Let's Play in. And I have some plans for that, and it's actually going to be a little bit different from my previous Let's Plays. Hopefully, one of the main differences is I actually finish it. Yeah, but I do have some big plans, and that video will be going live this upcoming Tuesday. So, yeah, I did. This did come out a little bit later. This is a week after Snowy Escape came out. I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. Like I don't have enough time to like to bring out something the day that it's released. Like, you know, it was my husband's day off, and like it just wasn't gonna happen. So, you know, it's a week late, but you know, better late than never. So yeah. Anyways, so that was just kind of the outside. I did skip past uh, the floor plan like I usually do. And specifically this one, building with platforms, can be pretty difficult because it's when you place the platforms, it will delete walls, and then when you're trying to create rooms like on top of platforms, it adds an extra layer of platform. Like it's really weird, and like I really kind of hope that they do something about that to make it easier. Oh, there's my daughter. To make it easier to kind of build with. So yeah. Anyways, this is just a little rock garden, zen garden type of deal right here. And guys, that is like my first time actually building like a little pond instead of a swimming pool. So yeah, so don't judge me too hard. Yeah. So what was I gonna say? This definitely has a lot of foliage, but in some of my research, a lot of the more traditional Japanese homes are they're made in a way that really kind of showcases nature and everything. So I just wanted to make sure that there was, you know, just it really seemed like there was, you know, just a lot of nature around the house and everything. Um, yeah, and then of course adding some of the bamboo. This part gets pretty repetitive because I'm just placing grass here, but you know what you gonna do? And then just adding some more of the bamboo trees here. I tried to place them inside the fence, and like they, you know, they were just like clipping through the wall and everything. And so eventually, after a lot of finagling, I just moved them to the outside of the fence, which you see right here. You know, because I didn't want to deal with that. Yeah, so I do want to. I don't know why I didn't do it on camera, but I do end up putting stairs onto this outside on the foundation because Sims cannot step up on that height, and I don't know why I didn't do it to begin with, but I mean, yeah. So I do include this woodworking bench. I imagine, well, the grandfather that I have am going to have in here, um, he's going to be into the woodworking, and later on you do see that I place some of the woodworking figurines throughout the house as decoration inside. And then I do place a flower arranging bench on the other side of the yard here in just a minute. Um, because I do know, I believe it's called Ikebana, something along the lines of that, but it's literally like flower arranging, and it's kind of considered like an art form. Um, in Japan, from at least from my research. So I thought it would be a good idea to place that and have the grandmother be interested in doing that in her spare time. Yeah, so besides that, though, there's not much going on in the backyard. I do forget to place the outside trash bin. I was on a good what's the word? The word is escaping me, but like, I was remembering it there for a while, but of course, that had to end. So you will see it later in the screenshots, I believe. But I do end up placing that off camera, so don't worry, there is the outside trash bin. And then this is just the entrance way. I'm just, trying to kind of decorate it up a little bit. Definitely, I added the shoe racks. Definitely, maybe not important, but they, added that new gameplay element to it. So I felt it was important to include in a house in Mount Komorebi. And just with this lighting here, the entryway is finished. And then here, this platform is where the kotatsu is going to be placed. I place it right here. And I didn't know before playtesting this, but they can sit here normally to eat and everything. For some reason, I thought like maybe they wouldn't be able to. They would only be able to do the hot pot stuff or whatever. But yeah, they like my sim like decided to grab herself a bowl of yogurt, and she just went over and sat down. So that's all good to go. The only thing that I'm not sure of is if toddlers can sit there or not. That would be, honestly, I doubt that they can sit there, but that would be really awesome if they included that. But I didn't feel it was necessarily super important to place a high chair because, I mean, there's other ways of feeding toddlers besides putting them in the high chair. So I didn't necessarily feel it was super important, but I'm sure there's some places that you could fit a high chair in. Specifically in this corner here, all the way to the left, I believe I just put a plant there. A little bit later on, you could definitely take the plant away and put a high chair there if you want to. So yeah, so this is just a big open area that has the kitchen, the raised platform for the kotatsu, and a fairly small living area. I didn't even include a TV. I just have a bookcase that I end up putting a little bit later. Then here I'm just cluttering up the kitchen a little bit. I love these cabinets that we got from the Snowy Escape expansion pack. They are really awesome, and I really wish I would have had these for my cluttered fall apartment renovation, speed build, whatever you want to call it, because this would have just added a whole nother level, I think, to that cluttered feel. But maybe at some other time I'll do another cluttered build. This would definitely be the cabinets for that. Yeah, and then right under the sink, I just added more of kind of like cleaning supplies, so it's not all just dishes and everything. Yeah, and I think this pretty much is the kitchen. This build, I definitely didn't want to decorate it too much. That is my youngest daughter screaming in the background, if you can hear her. It's her new thing. She has discovered that she can scream and screech, and it's just her most favorite thing in the world right now. Um, Anyways, I didn't want to decorate this build, like over decorate it. Um, just from a lot of the pictures I saw in doing my research, a lot of the houses were just very simply um, decorated. So I just kind of wanted to keep in that. And I do want to mention, I do place a thermostat in this build, but for my Let's Play, I actually think I'm going to take it out because I learned, yeah, it's right there. I learned that the shoji walls, um, they're very good, obviously for bringing a breeze through and like for the summer months, but it's not so good for the winter months, and that's kind of why kotatsus are a thing, is because they have to use kind of, space heating options instead of, like, what is it even called? Like central heat or whatever. So I might try to play with that a little bit, but if it gets too, like, not if it just becomes too difficult to play with, then I'll probably add it back. But I'm definitely going to give that a go, and kind of see how that goes. And then here is the toilet room for the downstairs. I made sure that all the toilets were in separate rooms from the uh, actual bathroom. In keeping in, with the Japanese tradition of that. Yeah, and then so here is what I imagine would be the grandparents' room. I wanted to have the parents upstairs where the kids are, so the grandparents get their own little bedroom down here. The only sad part is that they have to go upstairs to take a bath. So, yeah, hopefully they're, in shape, you know, uh, and everything, so they can go up and down stairs for the baths. This dresser right here, did not, work. I couldn't get my sim to rat around it, so I placed the other dresser from the Tiny Living stuff pack, and I believe that's the dresser that I placed in the upstairs bedroom as well. So I did change that, and then I'm just placing the flooring and some of the walls. I wanted to make sure that it was in the actual bathroom. I wanted to make sure that it was all tile, just because I felt like that would be better. And then here's just a little computer area. I imagine, I haven't actually played it yet, but I imagine that the new salaryman career probably would involve, computer work. So made sure to include that. And then here's just the another toilet room. I do end up placing a little toddler toilet in the corner of the toilet room there. So it technically works, but it so they went to potty train the toddler, and he like jumped off it, but then he like went and walked onto it, and like it started working. So it was a little I guess glitchy with the animation, but it does end up working. Unfortunately, I couldn't use that really pretty dresser that came with Snowy Escape. It was just too big. I kept trying, as you guys could see, but it just wasn't working. So and then These little side areas, I read in my research that they usually would have like a little dressing room right next to like the bathroom and everything. So I kind of put those in place. I do end up moving that bucket and stool to the opposite side of the wall. You could shower just fine, but the sim couldn't use the bathtub, so I moved it to the other side and it seemed to work just fine. So, and then now we are on to the toddler's room. I really like this color scheme here. It's not a color scheme that I use. Actually, I don't think I've ever used it for a toddler's room before, but I think it just really matched this the wood color that I have going on throughout the house. And I really liked how it turned out, and I feel like I'll probably be using this color scheme quite a bit more. But besides that, the kids' rooms aren't too. Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, the whole house, isn't too decorated. Just because the traditional Japanese houses do seem to have like more minimal decorating. I do add a little bit more in the kids' rooms just to kind of add a little bit more personality there, but still not a whole lot like I feel like I normally do. I mean, this video is a lot shorter than a lot of my other videos have been, so I think that can kind of tell you that the amount of clutter that I've put in here is just so much shorter. But and then I'm just adding some wall decorations to the wall here for this little girl's room. I imagine she's a very, does a lot of studying, so there's not a ton of other stuff to do. Anyways, we are coming up onto the screenshots now. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving it a thumbs up. If you'd like to stick around, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as always, leave any comments or suggestions down below. And I will see you guys in my very next video. Bye-bye.